Hello and welcome to Helping the Helpers, our series of videos about volunteering based on some of the experience that we've had working in difficult and crisis emergency situations around the world with volunteers. And I'm very happy to be joined by one of our brilliant volunteer coordinators, Andrew Robillard from California. Hello, Andrew.
Hi, Paul.
Andrew, you worked with us for about 6 months at a really difficult time on a camp called Alexandria in Greece, where there was about 800 people, and we were running and setting up lots of new projects. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was the importance of how we do things, often being more important than what we do. What would you say to that?
Yeah, sure. So, as a volunteer for refugee support, I was really stressed to take pride in a lot of the work that you do. We had a shop on camp in Alexandria, and instead of a place where we would just hand out food to people, we were able to turn it into a much more dignified experience. And folks could come in and pick out whatever food they wanted. But as a volunteer, it really helped for you to be able to make sure things ran smoothly. And that started first with just greeting every customer in the shop with a smile and making them feel welcomed and just creating a very positive environment. And then even between customers, making sure that the shop was clean, the floor was swept, and the trash was taken out as well too. Again, it just comes back to taking pride in a project that you are in charge of, if that is your task for the day. And I think that makes a big difference in how we present ourselves to the residents on camp there. And some folks may not want to make a huge connection with people, which is perfectly fine. Other refugees may come in and want to talk your ear off, but it's on you as a volunteer to make sure you're not making any harmful connections, but still making everyone feel like they're human and that they matter, especially through those small details of just creating a clean, positive, welcoming space.
Yeah, I mean that was great. I mean, I think there were the people there needed food, and we were giving them free food. But it was something that I learnt quickly that 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 they were also really looking for reassurance, comfort, the sense that they weren't being left alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, these are folks who had come a long way to get to where they were in Alexandria, both physically and mentally, and have interacted with a lot of different foreigners along the way. And so the least we could do is really just, again, create just a positive environment for them. Um, Connecting with them at just a very basic level and letting them know that they have a voice. They are a human that really matters to folks like you and I. And again, that's done just through a smile every day, and they turn into long days. You see a lot of the same people, and it's pretty monotonous work at times. But what the most important thing is, again, what we're talking about is really how you go about doing it, which makes what you're doing that much easier, I think.
Yeah, and because we saw a lot of people, but they're all individuals as well, aren't they? Like you say, some of them want a bit more of a chat, some of them don't. They want to be treated like they're
Yeah, very
individuals.
true. Yeah, absolutely. I guess it kind of comes back to, treating people how you want to be treated. We've all just been to the store ourselves in our own towns, and at times are happy to talk and interact with folks. Other times, you don't really know what's going on with someone's day. You might just want to be able to just go in, do your thing, and then leave. And again, for whichever refugee support volunteer is running the shop that day, providing the most professional and humanizing experience, I think, returns some sort of dignity back to the customer themselves, because they're able to just that. They're able to be themselves no matter what mood they're in. And that really, a lot of that starts with us sometimes.
Well, a lovely point to end on. Thank you very much, Andrew. It's really nice to talk to you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And please comment, like, share, ask us anything. Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Thank you, Paul.